And the nun said, "Oh, sorry, we're live."
Oh, what? Oh, shoot. Let's not talk about that. You gotta love when Scooby starts to talk. It's the one thing I picked up and started noticing while we watch these. When he
I've
starts
started
to talk.
I've started counting Scooby snacks.
Oh, well, yeah, that's something else too. Anyways.
Is it just me?
Yeah, that was a little choppy. What's going on with my internet? Anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to Late Horror Show. I am Dino as always, and this is Dave Plouffe, bartender of the Gold City Saloon. Did you not love that Old West mining town? I mean, even though it was a cartoon, it looked so cool.
I'm ready for some sarsaparilla.
There you go. I'm not going to go there. Anyways, Hassle in the Castle. We got your typical ghost and castle, haunted castle thing going on. And then episode 4 is Mind Your Own Business. Mind Your Own Business. The Burbs. You guys remember the Klopex next door? Not the Klopex. They're the ones that went missing. Anyways, we're here to talk about Scooby-Doo. Zoinks, the podcast. Hello, everybody. Let's say good evening to Edward Stewart. Harry Scott, I'll see your 50,000 and raise you 50,000. Black Roses, Sweet Indigo made it. What is going on? I would say happy Super Bowl, but I can care less. Anyways, Connie Clary, Sailor Outlaw, what is going on? Good to see ya. Ray, what is going on? Lizzie. Tune the news, Andrea, Nathan, Harry Scott, highway donuts to you, my friend. And I think we're all Milo. What is going on? Good to see you, Milo. Yeah, Dave. Like I was saying, looking and watching these Scooby-Doo episodes, watching Scooby-Doo talk, like he'll get words out and they understand them enough, to get what he's trying to say across, but then it's like it's mixed with this mumble. It's just, listen, he's a dog, he's not supposed to talk anyways, but it's so funny.
I love all the different costumes that Scooby-Doo can wear. He was like kind of a nun or a ghost with that little habit on, and then later he's like, oh my stomach, blah, I'm dead, I can't go in the room by myself.
Yeah, he was Sally Field, wasn't she, the flying nun? Yeah.
We're not going to talk about her on this channel.
Oh, that's right. Then the klutzy. Wait, what? Anyway, klutzy detective in the next episode. Yeah, he's a master of disguise, Scooby, and
yes, he loves is. I put down a Hercule Poirot because of his mustache.
And Mind Your Own Business. Yes, because they put him. They're always throwing him in to like kind of get things solved. And Scooby, I mean, he's a star of the show, really, but Shaggy's pretty good too. I love the original Scooby-Doo more than the live action adaptation. Well, the same here. That's why we're doing Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? From 1969, the original.
It is, and it takes you back to a so much simpler world of ghosts and goblins.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that brings me to the other thing I was going to say too. And hello, Sheila Hussey. Did I say that right? Hussey?
Yes.
Hussey. Yeah.
Because we can't call Olivia Hussey anymore.
Well, true.
Rest in peace.
Anyway, yes. The cartoons, the way this is animated, I love looking back on the cartoons from the 60s, although there was a lot of them in the 80s too that were kind of on the cheap end, where like I saw Fred's head move, like he's standing there, his back and his head is totally reversed, like The Exorcist. And I'm like, man, you gotta love these animations, they're so good.
It's good. And when you brought up 80s cartoons, there
Yeah.
was Dennis the Menace, there was the Real Ghostbusters, just to name a couple that popped into mind that were so good.
Yeah.
Heathcliff, I think, as well.
Hanna-Barbera, a lot of their cartoons were the same way, where it was just like, draw the figure and let the mouth move, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
if you need the head to move, yeah, it was on the cheap end, but it's what made some of these cartoons what they were. I mean, they really are good, and they're funny if you look at the way they walk, the way they move, their expressions in their face. It's fantastic. But we also get, as a voice actor in here, Hal, what's his name? Hal Smith. He's Otis Campbell from Andy Griffith. He's the drunk.
I had no idea.
Yeah. He was he was, who was he in this? He was the Phantom's voice, and then he was the gold mine guy in episode 2. Who was he? Big Ben, the ranch owner.
Oh, I was gonna say the minor 49er.
No, the miner. He just went just lots of grunts and groans. Well, I guess they say it's a moan. The moan is what scared people away from the town. But I tell you,
the bathrooms.
Right? Well, okay, so let's get to the first episode. Season 1, episode 3, Hassle in the Castle. It's the first episode without the mystery machine at all, because they're on a boat, lost in the fog.
They are. It is a mystery boat. And I want to just say, if someone can find me the cell of that wonderful castle on the island, I would love to get that. I think it's so beautiful, so picturesque. You know, I mean,
Vasquez, what is it? The Haunted
Vasquez
Isle.
Castle. Yes.
Vasquez Castle. Yeah. On the island of the Haunted Isle. And it's basically a secret castle from the pirate Vasquez back in what was it, 1869, I do believe. I don't know. No, 1600s. What am I talking about? We got to go way back.
1612 to be exact.
Hey, thank you, Dave. That's what you're there for. Hey, Linda Compton, what's going on? Since you're talking about old cartoons, I looked up Heckle and Jekyll the other day, and Betty Boop and Heckle and Jekyll was a good one. They were very feisty. They were kind of an Amos and Andy type bird. It was really, really cool. Yeah, they were funny. Film cell, Dave? Yeah, that would cost a bit, right, Edward? If you really want that film cell, Dave.
Or it can just be exploded cell like they do with Disney.
Oh, yeah, you can make.
And I don't want to mention their name either, because they'll copyright strike us.
No, please. Nope. Freedom of speech is back, Dave. Anyways,
good to know.
Okay. So yeah, let's get to this. So they're out on the boat, and something really funny happens right off the bat. But yeah, we're out in the boat. What's going on, Dave?
Is this with Velma? Are you going to tell me the Velma funny thing?
No, you tell me that. I got something other. Something else.
All right. So they're in the mystery boat, right? And they're cruising around, and it's dark. Well, actually, we see them. It's a wonderful opening because there's a ghost up on one of the turrets, and he's got a monocular thing. That's it. It's like the ghost of Mrs. Muir. So they see the mystery boat. It's cruising along. We zoom into the boat, and Velma's trying to explain fog in scientific terms.
Yes, that was funny.
Boy.
And Fred's like going, I know exactly what you're talking about, because fog arises when the barometric pressure rises and the humidity gets to a certain level on a point and the temperatures clash. No, it was very funny. And she, again, and her face looked so funny when she was talking and saying it. It was great. But yeah, no, that was the first funny bit on the boat. And was it the mystery boat? I guess it was.
Call it the mystery boat because we don't have a mystery machine.
Okay, Ed, I'll keep an eye on that for you, Dave. If I come across.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you. Yeah, Harry Scott's magpies. Yeah, that's the Amos. Oh no, magpies is the type of bird. Okay, I'm moving on. Go ahead, Dave. What were you saying?
Velma then says, or Fred asks Velma to translate, and she's all, "We're lost in a fog."
Yeah.
And then here comes Shaggy. Did somebody call me?
Yes, and then his head pops out of from down below in the boat where he's got a feast going on, Dave, and it's
Oh, so good.
he says, "Zoinks, Scoob, I'm making a super triple decker sandwich," and it's a double triple decker sardine and marshmallow fudge sandwich, Dave, and he couldn't even eat it. You know why? Because Scoob came through the portal and took a big old bite.
Even the olive. At least I have an olive.
What kind of sandwich is that? I mean, I love when it's like this tall.
Oh, that's one of the things that makes me happy. I love when the sandwich is this tall and then they squish it and then they eat it and it expands in their neck.
You gotta love it. Oh my God. But I thought that was cool, man. It's what made the cartoon so great. Just, hippie Shaggy down there just eating.
Oh, there's some hippie stuff coming up in the castle. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah. No, there's some shenanigans.
Oh, really? There's no nasty stuff. It's all food that men and particularly teenagers would eat.
Sardines and marshmallow.
Sardines and marshmallows, mustard. Where's the mustard?
Yeah, teens would do that. Yeah, no, I made some sandwiches. Listen, here we go. First off topic conversation
happens to be with food.
Yeah. And hello, Sally. Good to see you. But speaking of, my grandfather, I told you guys, I love the guy, man. He would do such crazy things. He really would. And when it came to food, he would always like try to freak me and my uncle out. We were kids, we were same age. My uncle and me and him were the same age. It was fun. Gino and Dino. But he would make some toast. What's going on? Yuck. What's going on? Yuck.
No,
Yuck.
I was just thinking Gino and Dino.
Yeah.
And you wanted your son to be Vito.
Gino, Dino, Vito. My uncle's Mario too. Mario, Gino. Listen, it's Sicilian is family. You want to know something? He would make toast and he would like squirt syrup all over it. And then he would take sugar and just mess it on there, put some lunch meat on it, cram it together and start eating. And I'm just like going, and we would just crack up laughing, but he would eat it. Dave, he would eat the whole thing. Like he's like, but I know he was doing it to get our goat. You know what I mean? He was trying to, but he'd sit there like he was just he's eating the sandwich. But anyways, Shaggy kind of does the same thing. Kind of funny. Oh.
2 comments real quick.
Yeah.
One, the weirdest thing I ever had that was actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
And you eat this, but obviously good things you eat by mistake. It's like, oh, I didn't know those 2 went together.
Yeah.
Jello and ketchup.
Oh, what the?
Don't knock it until you try it.
What are you doing?
Yeah, because I was having I had something that needed ketchup and it landed next to the Jello and I ate it. And I'm like,
what flavor was the Jello?
What?
What flavor was the Jello?
It was cherry.
Okay, so it was a reddish. Okay, listen, I'm not going to I don't know. I have no idea. I've never tried it, but.
Oh, Raj.
It sounds pretty. Hey, Raj, what's going on? Another thing. Listen, this ain't as disgusting, but who would have thought peanut butter on a burger was great? But it is fantastic. Burger. Yeah, there's a lot of restaurants around here that specialize in putting peanut butter on the burger.
I have never heard that.
Oh yeah, well, it's a thing over here. I know that much. Yeah, Northeast Ohio, definitely. But it goes so good. It makes a strong burger flavor. Listen, it goes great. It goes great. Anyways, getting back to Hassel in the Castle.
Well, I had 2 stories. That was just my first one. The second one, not as gross, but when I was a kid, I mean, we didn't have a lot of money, right? Growing up, and there's not a whole lot of food, so you had to be like,
yeah, same here.
Like how do we, like you're so hungry after school.
Yeah, we got the welfare cereal. What it was King Diamond cereal. I remember that to this day. It was the generic form of Captain Crunch. Okay, go, Dave.
Oh, we had unfrosted Pop-Tarts.
What?
Again, unfrosted, plain. It still had the strawberry on the inside, and it wasn't even like crispy on the outside. Oh, I never want to be poor again. So
no icing, no go.
Yeah. So what I had to do is I would go to my mom's cake supplies, and I would do sprinkles, and just whatever. I mean, it's just like
you go buy a $1 thing of like frosting and just scrape it on there, but it'll last you forever, right?
Yeah.
For Pop-Tarts.
That's it.
You know, licorice, the black licorice kind of is really disgusting for me. I can't handle it. It's one of those things that it's a no-go for me.
We actually have a store here called Trader Joe's in California.
Yeah.
And there's a couple throughout the nation I know. They have a strawberry licorice that is excellent. Oh my God.
Well, yeah, a lot of people like that. I mean, that's kind of the mainstay when it comes to licorice now, I guess, is the red licorice. But
this is actually an off-red, almost a carmine, because they have the cherry regular, but they came out with this strawberry that is just terrific.
Grape nuts is so gross looking.
I agree.
Grape nuts actually taste good, but I hear you. I mean, I guess if you look at it,
black. Why are you putting butt on toast?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Sure,
maybe butter, because butter on toast. I mean, I'm not even sure why that's. Butter is a common thing on toast. Listen, let's move on. Okay, so they're making their way in the world today.
Everything you got.
Yeah. We couldn't sing those all for an hour and a half. Anyway. So after a double triple decker sardine and marshmallow and fudge sandwich, they happen to crash their mystery boat.
No one's upstairs on the deck. They're all underneath. Scooby stole the sandwich, and then all of a sudden, what happened, guys? Oh, we're on Haunted Isle.
We've crashed. Yeah, we've crashed. Did they actually crash? Because I mean, later
they
on,
went onto the rocks. They can't. They're maroon. They're stranded.
Remember, because there were 3 things later on that they were. Anyways, we'll say when we get to that. Crash. So they're now crashed on the Haunted Isle. The old, and he goes. Fred goes, well, maybe we'll find something out at the old Vasquez Castle. Is what we'll do. That's where we're going to find out. So it's not so secret, but so they go to the castle to start investigating, Dave, and this is where I love it. The hijinks ensues. What's the
hijinks ensues on the beach, because we have a very similar thing where we have a person underneath a bear rug, but instead we have a crab underneath a mat. And Scooby is like, "Ooh, look at this!" And he pulls up the map. And then the crab goes beep right onto his nose.
Such, and I tell you, when it comes to Scooby-Doo, it's the gags too, because stories are so simple, plot simple, everything's simple. It's the gags that are so stupid that make you laugh as a kid, especially. I mean, it's funny that you can look at least me. I can look at these as an adult and still really get a chuckle and actually laugh at it. I mean, they're still pretty darn good. Anyways, hey, J.O.B. I forgot you. What's the deal with grape nuts? No grapes, no nuts. What's the deal? What's the deal with grape nuts? No, I don't know. That is quite odd. But we're losing them. Let's keep going. We're in the castle. We're in the castle. Okay, let's listen to Dino and Dave. Wait, they scored!
Well, first of all, the map that's on top of the crab says danger.
And they go, a ripped piece of mat. Yeah.
Yeah, so it does bring them to the castle. The castle is one of those great, again, cells where you have cobwebs, you have armor, you have dust everywhere. The only thing you don't have is graffiti. So we know it's nowhere, near Los Angeles.
Modern day. Yeah, it's just that modern time. I don't know. Did they find castles and graffiti it up back in? I think graffiti became a thing late 70s through the 80s. So there's your history on graffiti. Anyways, so they're at the Vasquez Castle. where they talk about the old pirate Vasquez, who used this place as a secret hideout in 1612.
Not so secret if you can crash land on it.
Right. But there's a phantom walking about this castle. And the phantom really is just a ghost with a sheet over it, like Charlie Brown.
If you put up your left arm, you've got a phantom right there on your desk.
Yes,
that is exactly the ghost we see in the episode.
Yes, without the pumpkin. Ooh, and he goes like this every time. Ooh, ooh. Casey Kasem, the voice of Shaggy. Zoinks, Scoob. Come on. Yeah, Casey Kasem's great, man. His voice is iconic, and he did so many other things too. But yes, the ghost is walking around moaning and howling, and you can see through him and everything. So there's some kind of magic going on there. But yeah, Shaggy. Do you want to talk about it, the next sandwich, or what do you want to do?
Well, I think we got to get rid of danger-prone Daphne. Because we're all walking, and then all of a sudden, Daphne's gone. She falls through a trap door in the floor.
Oh, I think that happens after the Shaggy sandwich, though.
Well, go ahead and give me the Shaggy sandwich then.
Well, Shaggy and they start looking around the castle for clues. Let's look for clues. And Shaggy and Scooby make their way into this just another room. And he goes, man, what I wouldn't give for a ham sandwich right about now. And a ham sandwich just falls from the ceiling. And he goes, wait, what did he say? He said, I must not be that scared because this really doesn't freak me out or something along those lines. It was kind of funny the way he put it. I didn't write it down. I can't write everything down.
That's true. But then he's all, gosh, I wish I had some mustard.
And mustard pops on too.
Mustard. And then he mustards the sandwich and he puts it on the plate and he goes, we should cut it in half so we could each share. And then the knight in shining armor, his axe comes down, cuts it in half. That makes the duo run. But then all of a sudden you see Shaggy's arms come back and grab the sandwich as they run away.
Yes. So funny. I mean, but that line in there that he said where he says, it's just either I'm in shock or I'm just not really scared right now because of this ham sandwich flying out. But anyways, worth mentioning because it was a funny part of the episode. Hi, Dino. I wanted to know Google doesn't allow super chats or memberships from this third world Caribbean island on which I live. Well, I would say it's a good thing that you got the VPN. Now that VPN procedure is not working to make it to you, I will be sending something awesome from your Amazon wish list. Well, thank you, Raj. I appreciate that. Anything you do for me, the channel, anything is nice, helps, is appreciated. I don't understand why that is. Because I know people in the UK, even Scotland, Australia, that they're able to do memberships and stuff like that. But I guess maybe it does depend on the location you live in the world. So sorry, Raj, but listen, love you anyways, man. Peace as always, right? Love everything. Okay, anyways.
Right before the sandwich episode, though, Shaggy and Scoob had gotten separated. This is my favorite part from the rest of the group. And he's all, hey, where did everyone go? And the skull sitting on the table says, they went that way. He's all, hey, man, thanks. Yeah. Don't mention it.
It's like, again, Three Stooges skull. It was glow up and speaking. So it was your typical gag with the skull. Love it. So the Phantom also, of course, the little chase ensues, and Scooby does go right through him. Again, I mentioned that before. So there's some kind of magic going on, right? Right, Dave? Some magic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we can get to Daphne now because I think that leads us there.
Well, the main thing too is Daphne in this episode. It's the famous opening where she's all, my women's intuition says I should go this way, and as she moves that way, there's a hand that comes down, a ghostly hand, and we see that in like the previews for basically the first 40 episodes of Scooby-Doo. Where Are You?
Yeah.
So it stems from this episode. This is
and
where
we get the trap door too, I think, in this. I don't think we had it before. What did they say about this? Go ahead, Dave.
well, they're going to be coming back together, and they're all like, "We got to get off this island." And Fred's all, "Hey, man, I got 3 reasons why we can't. No Phantom is going to scare us, and then we also want to know why the Phantom is trying to get us to leave, and third, we're shipwrecked. We can't leave."
Yeah, we're marooned. We can't. So we need to figure it out. So yes, on with the clues. They go finding the clues. I'm trying to remember. Does the key? Listen, Daphne falling down the thing and getting lost. It's not a biggie. I think the big thing is when they do find a clue and they find the big key.
Yes, they do.
And
big key.
Big key. It's like
this is like a key to the city.
Yes, a very big key. And what's funny about it, is the way they figure out this clue. It's a big key, and on it says second passage of the old bell. So they, I think it was Velma who comes up with the. She goes, "Oh, I figured it out. I think the old bell is a book." And we've got to find the second passage in that book or something.
This is the part I did not like. Because her next line is, "I know, we can find a book in the library."
Yeah, they do say that. Oh my gosh. Where would you find a book? Yeah.
She repeats it when they have the book open. They don't even spend time looking for the book, which would have been amazing to be a library in that castle.
You know what drove me nuts? Just a fact. I've got something wrong with me because the minute I knew that they walked into the library and there was books in there, I'm like going, "Oh my God, can you imagine what books are on the shelves in this library?" I would spend, depending how many there were, I would live there. I'd fix it up and I'd seal myself in, and
yes,
step away from the world for a little bit.
So we basically
like, okay,
have the book open, and there's this passage, and it has the word catacombs underlined. And then Velma, once again,
in red,
smartest
catacombs.
Yeah, that's right. Evening Dino and Dave would have been one time if it weren't for my pesky kids.
Tammy, what is going on? Everybody say hi to Tammy. Hello. What is going on, Tammy? Good to see you. Why is it, let me look at something here. Go ahead, Dave.
Velma again says, "Hey, catacombs are underneath the house. We find catacombs in the basement."
Well, there's no house, Dave. This is a castle.
It is a castle, a haunted castle.
Yeah, so you know your architecture. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. Brick or siding?
Brick.
Yes. Don't seal me in like a can of sardines. I love that episode. Second little sidetrack note. All in the Family. Archie Bunker has a guy come in and inspect his home. And he goes, he uses a light meter, and he gets close to the window, and he goes, "Oh, look at, that's where all the heat's escaping." And Archie's going, "Oh, eat it, get over it." He goes, "Yeah, I'm going to have to shut down your heater." And he goes, "Oh, but if you let me make this a showcase home and wrap it in aluminum foil." I almost left siding, aluminum siding. Can you imagine putting aluminum foil up on your house? That would be kind of cool. Anyways,
that would be. Oh, yeah.
Aluminum siding. And the funny part of the whole story, I'll hurry up and get to it, is Meathead says, he goes, "Arch, you're wrapping aluminum foil around a brick home." It just goes to show you how dumb Archie Bunker was. Anyways, funny. Back to the show. Anyways, I don't know. Yeah, catacombs underlined in red. And
Honey needs to do some work in the chat.
Oh, what's going on? All right. Okay, yeah. Sidetrack, but go ahead, Dave. They go, it's the basement.
They do. They go down into the basement and they push Scooby in. They're all like, "You go first, Scooby." And Scooby, in his talking voice, says, "You're kidding." So,
However you said it, I don't know.
yeah,
Did I get it right, Dave?
Yeah, it takes him 3 Scooby snacks to get in. And he goes in, and there's a upside down, like, magician's hat. And there's like a little tap next to it. And he's all like, tap, tap, tap. And he pulls out a rabbit. And he puts it back in, shows it's empty, and like does all sorts of things. Flowers come up. It's really quite entertaining.
It is. It's like what is it? Oh geez. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. It's oh geez.
Well, I'll talk about the next scene.
Okay, go ahead.
So
I'm sorry.
They start to hear the ghost and the phantom and everything. And so they go running around and they finally run into the phantom. And he's all, "You didn't leave. You will pay." And Scooby, or Shaggy rather, looks in his pockets and goes, "Hey man, I got 4 bits. How about that?"
I'll buy that. There's the Amazon wish list, Raj, or anybody else who might want to. My birthday is coming up. So just throwing that out there, Dave.
Pisces.
Pisces, yes, I am. My birthday's coming up, so there's my Amazon wish list if you want to get me anything. Thank you. Much love. Josh Taylor, how are you doing tonight? Pretty good. Okay, Dave. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
That's okay, because the parrots are going to interrupt in 1 second. Because
the parrots are flying by. Okay, still want one to fly through that window and just swipe on in.
That would be amazing.
That would be something else. Yeah,
I've actually had 2 birds fly in through here.
Did you?
Yeah, years ago. Yeah. Then it's like I got to take the screens down. I got to, I don't want them to die in here.
Exactly, black roses, forever. Yeah. Oh, did you say when Scoob they asked him to go into the room and he says he's sick and rubs his tummy?
I did not mention that, but yes, he does put on a great act. That's why I think he's such a great actor and probably the best one out of all of them.
Well, I probably agree with you, Dave.
But I also thought this next scene coming up with the chase from the Phantom was really kind of disturbing when they cut Shaggy in half.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And the actual birthday is March 8th, so it's actually a month away, but it's getting close. But thank you. Yeah, there with all this magician stuff down in the basement of this castle. Would you call it a basement? But that's what they called it. They said there's a basement. But the Shaggy is being cut in half, and then when it falls down, Velma goes over there and says, "Oh my God, it's just a dummy." But it's Shaggy's head. It's not just a dummy. It's so
where they get the second head, and it's like Frankenstein because it's got the marks along the neck.
And how did the Phantom have a body of Shaggy in there? Yeah, I don't know. It was very Shaggy's so ordinary looking that even a dummy and a magician. But they cut him in half. That was kind of funny. But yeah, listen, I love the hijinks, man. I really do. That's why if you haven't checked out my playlist of the Clue Club, same stuff. It's a Scooby-Doo episode. Honestly, that's exactly what it is. For me, that is a cellar. Well, I'll tell you what, cellars are tiny. Cellars are where you keep fruit and you keep goods.
That's right. Or where you go when there's a tornado.
Yeah. But a basement, big. It could be as big as you want. You could drive a car through there. Hijinks can ensue.
But
right. I hear you, Connie.
Now I have 2 stories. One is when I was looking for a house in the early 90s, I was in Arizona because that's where my family lives. And down in the basement, of these new homes. They don't have two-story. They have two-story homes, but the second story is not up above; it's down below. So you walk in on the ground floor, and because it's so hot and in the desert, their second floor is downstairs. And it's amazing. You walk in and you just walk downstairs, and it's like they're full and really nice. And then there's little like half, I guess you could imagine like a tube cut in half, and that like is around the window, so you have light from up above still, and generally a couple of plants growing down in at the basement level. So it's not like you're in a sealed no window basement. You have plenty of natural light, and I guess it's just cooler down there anyway because it's down in the ground.
Yes. That's the way they kept cooler and kept their house cooler. It's nature. Root cellar. Yes. We had growing up, we had a root cellar, and it technically was just dirt, but it was like 6 feet by 7 feet. And my dad's mother, grandma, I guess I would call it step grandmother, had this, I had canned stuff in there, and she would bring stuff out. And I remember saying, this has been down here for 20 years. And I'm like going, I'm not eating it. I don't care if it's canned properly or not. I don't think I'm eating it. But anyways, pretty funny. Have you all heard the Scoob ambiance? I have not. First time here, DJ Mr. Joel. Good to see you. Chris W, what is going on? Good to see ya. Good to see
you. I wish I had a basement too.
You wish you had a basement?
Yeah, everything is, most of the construction around LA is the 1950s when all the citrus trees were going away. So none of the homes post-war have basements.
Yeah, but we should throw in some Flintstones one day. Just do an episode No, I know we won't do it. Come on. But don't you like how Fred and Barney? Well, not so much Barney, but Fred and Wilma would argue. It was like the honeymooners. The Flintstones was, and
yeah, it was.
We could really have a conversation about their arguments, Dave.
It'd be a one-sided conversation because I would just sit here.
You don't like Flintstones, evidently. When was the last time you watched the Flintstones?
1982.
Okay, I think it's been way too long. I'm joking. Okay, come on. We didn't even get through an episode here.
We haven't gotten through it yet because we're now on the magic carpet ride.
Oh my gosh. And it actually takes Fred for a ride.
Yeah, with Daphne.
Yeah, and you know what he says to make it go? Ollie go. Did you hear him say that?
Yeah, I hope this works.
Ollie go. It wasn't Ollie go up. It was Ollie go up. I'm like, what the heck are you saying? What are you saying, man? He's going for a magic carpet ride. Oh, but the next thing, and you could talk about, Fred comes up and devises a good old trap, like mouse trap.
He does, and that's exactly what I wrote down. It reminded me of the mousetrap game because it's like it hits, like the ball goes over here. Where they find a bowling ball, I have no idea. And then there's like an anvil, and the anvil goes down, and it pushes up something, and all of a sudden, the person's caught. But of course, we have to send Scooby out to get the Phantom to bring him in.
Yes.
And he's all, you can be like Lassie. He's all, no, I don't want to be Lassie. You can be Rin Tin Tin. I don't want to be Rin Tin Tin.
He dresses him up like Hercule Poirot.
He does dress up as Hercule Poirot, but he goes, you could be John Wayne. What? John Wayne? Yeah. And so he meets the Phantom, and he and the Phantom have a gunfight.
Yeah, a lot of funny stuff starts happening, and so they push Scoob in there dressed up like a detective. I listen, funny there, but he also goes up to a brick wall, and there's a picture hanging of the Phantom. Not just an old painting or anything, a picture of the Phantom. And it was a good 4x4.
It was. It was a good picture. And then he pulls up the picture, and there's a hole, And there's the Phantom. And he slams the painting down, and then he looks up again, and there's just a brick wall.
Oh my gosh, it's too much, Dave. Too much. And stuff like that always reminds me of the Marx Brothers, where the Lucio, well, they did on Lucille Ball too, where they would pretend there was a mirror, but they would both do the same things as they were looking in the mirror and go like this. So it kind of always reminds me of that. So anyways, Amazing Chan and the Chan clan. You know what? You got to go back and listen to me and Dave talk about 80s cartoons. There is a whole stream that we did on 80s cartoons, right, Dave? Or was it Saturday morning cartoons?
No, not even that.
70s cartoons?
No, we haven't talked cartoons.
Oh, come on. No, we did.
We talked 80s TV shows, but the only time we've talked about things like Charlie, the Amazing Chan, and the whatever that is, was at the end of another episode. And I believe it was the first time we did Scooby-Doo, episodes 1 and 2. We talked about 10 minutes looking up all the Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Okay, maybe that's what we did.
A stream on that.
Because I thought we really talked in depth about cartoons. Okay, wow, I'm living maybe in my dreams that happened. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe
it'll come up on a future stream. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe we talked about it, huh? Chris W. Dave is one of the easiest going people here. If he does shows with me, he is, yeah. But when he dislikes something, nothing can make him budge. Yeah, Dave gets himself ready for like 3 days prior to the the show. Anyways, let's see. Jeffrey, I lived in a house in Douglas, Arizona, where the basement was our living room and bedrooms, while upstairs was the kitchen, dining room. And yeah, I mean, I understand why, that's for sure. And hello, OHAM, good to see you. Dino having a senior moment. Listen, I have several senior moments, Sally, and I'm not even near there yet. But something wrong with me. I think that maybe I'll do a whole show on my problems. It could bring in some views, Dave. Hey, a shadow from the tomb. Okay, so let's round this show out and let's get to the next episode.
Well, okay. Well, we gotta
mind your own business. What?
We gotta catch the guy first.
Oh, I know. I was going to talk about that because
right.
who is it? Yeah, how do they catch him?
Well, first of all, Scooby gets caught in the trap because Scooby can't go over a little like string that's 2 feet off the ground. Jump, Scooby. Trips. Gets caught in everything, ends up getting his butt in a pail, and the pail goes all the way up to the chandelier.
Yeah.
But then here comes the shadow.
A great trap.
Scooby drops out of the pail and lands right on top of the shadow. And that, or the phantom. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking the shadow. No one knows.
You're way off, Dave.
Evil in the hearts of men. And
anybody want to audition for Dave's role? I would never do that. Dave's one of a kind.
Yeah, that's what my parents said. We have Bluestone the Great.
Bluestone the Great. And he's a magician and he's wanted in 6 states, Dave. 6 states this guy's wanted, and he's eluded them all.
Oh, he is. And I love it. He goes, well, they keep asking him about all the different things that they came across. He goes, how did you walk through a wall? Let me show you my greatest disappearing act. And I would be all like, yeah, if I'm going to jail, I'm going to disappear too.
He says, give me one last trick.
Yeah.
And I'm like going, wait a second. That trick is going to make him disappear and he's going to be gone. Because he's wanted in 6 states. This is going to be 7.
Yeah.
Well, this ain't even, is this a state? Where's this island at? It might be 6 states and an island.
True.
In a different country. I want a grape ape mask. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so yeah. So that's it. He wanted Vasquez's loot. Oh, no, that's his loot. The thing was there was a pirate treasure, supposedly. So that's the whole thing.
Yeah, this could have been a two-parter. As far as I was concerned, because they never found the treasure. In a lot of the other ones, they're going to find the treasure. And of course, Scooby is going to find it.
Find the treasure.
They run outside because Scooby is digging, but he ends up finding basically a gopher.
I'm digging this.
We all dug it in the 70s. So
yeah, man.
All of a sudden, this chipmunk gopher thing comes up, starts chewing him out, going, "Don't be digging in my home."
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
And everyone laughs.
And before we go on to season 1, episode 4, Mind Your Own Business, let's talk about, we have 63 thumbs up.
What?
It's not bad.
What?
I know, that's
They
disgusting.
like this better than Columbo?
This is Scooby-Doo. Zoinks, the podcast. So yeah. It's usually sandwiches. Yes, DJ. What are you talking about, Dave? This is fantastic. No, listen, Columbo is awesome. But 63 thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up button if you're just coming in. Thank you. We always try to get to 100, but always fail. And it's okay though. No, not always.
We don't always. We did 100 in under 7 minutes one time.
Yes, we did. Kolchak. Oh God. Let's redo them, Dave. We need to redo them. Would anybody watch if we redid them with a different outlook on it? A different way of talking about it. But anyways, Dave, what do we got coming up then?
Oh, let me bring up the what's coming up list.
Yeah.
Next week is going to be a strange week, as I am blinded by my Word document here.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Next week, we're going to be discussing the X-Files.
Woohoo!
It's going to be the pilot episode, season 1, episode 1.
Can't wait.
And keep in mind, for those of you who don't know me, I've never really watched the X-Files. So, I mean, I saw the movie. That's what brought me into it. And I've probably seen 3 episodes.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
The first for me. And I already, have a crush on the one girl.
Gillian Anderson. Gillian Anderson. Oh, mama. If you like her in that, you got to watch the British mystery series called, I believe it's called The Fall. And it is a really good, dark serial killer. And she's in charge. It's so good, Dave. It's so good. The Fall.
Is The Fall a noun or an adjective? Is it the season, or is someone actually falling downstairs?
No, it's the season. It's
okay. All right.
Yeah, listen. Let's not get too deep, man. My brain's about ready to explode.
All right.
But it's a good show. Whew.
On the 23rd, we have The Circle of Fear.
Oh, I'm scared already, Dave. Oh, jeez.
We're also doing the pilot episode there. March 3rd, we're going to do a Ghost to Go. So Ed Stewart, get ready. 2001, we're going to do first part of that. And then we'll circle back to the Wild Wild West. But on March 17th, Dino, do you want to tell them what's going to happen?
March 17th. Hold on.
I don't know if you want to make that announcement yet.
Yeah, I was doing the Night Gallery shows on Saturdays. I think I'm going to take and integrate them into what me and Dave do. And me and Dave are going to start talking about Night Gallery. So it is going to be part of our things we watch and talk about. So the Night Gallery, the next one is A Fear of Spiders, Junior, Marmalade, Wine, and the whatever it is. Listen, that's the next The Academy, season 2, episode 4. So yeah, me and Dave are going to start talking about Night Gallery. I think that is going to be a really cool conversation, as Kolchak was with the actors, actresses of the time period and stuff like that, which we really dig talking about. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. So thank you, Dave, for accepting that request I had.
Yeah.
To talk about that. So yeah. Good night, everybody.
Hey, see you next week. A podcast about movies that take place in amusement parks.
A podcast about movies that take place in amusement parks would be awesome to hear you guys. Well, the thing is, would there be enough to talk about? I mean, listen, well, I'm thinking horror right off the bat. You know, we got Funhouse, we have a few other things, but listen, tonight we're here for Scooby-Doo.
Cosmic Clowns from Outer Space.
The
only or Killer
Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah, I mean, technically, it takes place in the city, but the tent is their ship. But it's still, I guess that can still.
I was thinking the only thing that can't come to mind first was Vacation.
Oh, geez, yeah, no, yeah.
Right,
Josh Taylor, have we done a UFO episode or episodes yet? Listen, if you, yeah, if you look up, first of all, if you look up Paranormal Into the Night on the channel, I've interviewed people. Me and Dave have talked about stuff like that. So plenty of UFO talk on Paranormal Into the Night, which is up on this channel on the Late Late Horror Show. So definitely. Sally, the planet's been looking good in certain times here in Northeast Australia. Very cool. Spiders are my number one phobia. So is my son. He hates it. Bo, there we go. First appearance of, well, not first, but there's Bo. And there's Dave. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting dark. So I wanted to.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you're turning like blue. No, you're fine.
Well, only was it 4 more weeks? We have the daylight savings time switches, so I'll be in sun the entire time.
Well, let's hope we get rid of all of that stuff though, and it stays spring ahead.
There's got to be a way.
Well, it was talked about. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, but that's all they do is talk.
Well, no, there's a real conversation.
We'll talk after. I got something to talk about.
Yeah, okay. Mind your own business. The next episode, episode 4, the minor 49er, Dave.
Yes, October 4th, 1969.
Thank you. There you go. Yes.
And
yes,
by the way, since this is graded 7.6, the previous one 7.8. I tend to agree, probably a 7.5 for me on that first one. I thought it was really good and enjoyable, and one I would probably rewatch. There was so much stuff going on, but the second
you popped it down 0.1, huh? To 7.5.
Yeah, this one here, 7.6, maybe a 6.5. I didn't care for it as much.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, but I know some people think it's like a fan favorite.
Yeah, even the old Ghost Town and all that. I think the Ghost Town really did it for me. And
that was fantastic.
Yeah, where it took place. Again, you talk about cells, and the art of the background images of the old hotels and the saloon and stuff like that. I loved it, and I thought it made a great. Listen, minor 49er. Not as good as the Phantom. I get that. That you gave the first one, or IMDb had 7.6 for the first one we just did. I would give it maybe a 7.7. Dave, give a response, man. When I say something.
It's like I'm on Price is Right here.
7.7, the winner. No, and this one's a 7.8. Yeah, you give it a 6.5. I'm going to give it I'm going to say 7.8's right on the dot. Anyways, let's move on. The minor 49er is haunting the old mines of Gold City Ghost Town. And that's the premise of this. But we find out it's not truly a ghost town because we got Big Ben.
We do. We have Big Ben, and he's a big guy too. Yeah. But I love how we get here. Where are we? Where are we, Shag? Oh, we're right here. We made a lot. Oh, Shag, you got the map upside down. Turns the map right side
machine.
We're obviously over here in Gold Coast or Gold City.
I see why. The Scooby snack, the whole thing there, kind of with Shaggy and Scoob. They're not with it at times because they're always on something higher ground.
Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah. Zoinks! This is the weekly listen along, DJ. Wait, what's going on? Is there a weekly listen along with live hosts and chat? Is there a weekly listen along with live hosts and chat? I'm going to start questioning you, DJ. That's what's going on here. Every Sunday, you can see me and Dave, hosts, live in the chat on screen. So you answer your own question, DJ. Mr. Joel.
It's live. This is live right now.
Yeah.
It's not Memorex. I love that commercial though. Oh my gosh, is it Memorex where the guy's just there and it's just
God, blows away.
So
I'm going to put my birthday. I'm going to put my link there again for my Amazon wish list because I can't wait to get some gifts.
Well, you know what? I'm going to put mine.
Go ahead. There it is. For all we do for 10 years on YouTube.
Yeah, we've had some of these things on your list since 2005.
At least buy me a movie. Anyways, okay. With a live oldies broadcast, I'm saying. Listen, okay. Every night, most nights, just about every night, there's a live overnight stream. I'm not hosting the show live because I'm not going to sit there for 12 hours. It's nearly impossible, and I've done this every night 24/7 for 6 years, so it's enough. So it's enough already, man. But good to have you here, DJ. You can always find stuff going on this channel, that's for sure. The chat's live. People have great conversations at night. So go ahead, Dave.
We could do the It's Enough Already podcast.
It's enough. Listen, anyways, Gold City Ghost Town. I think that's
vultures.
We got vultures, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it does?
That was great. It does. That's perfect.
Yeah, pretty cool. And the opening scene's got thunder and lightning, and like you said, Shaggy reading the map upside down. And that's how they got to this ghost town. Because Freddy doesn't know where he's going, and Velma can't see, and Daphne's what? So that's trying to get all the characters in. I don't know.
Well, good. Okay. So we pull up and we already introduced ourselves now to Big Ben. Big Ben's opens up the hotel. Hey, do you have any rooms? Yeah, we got 12 cabins, 12 vacancies. Oh, sorry, that's Psycho, but it's the same thing. We don't have any guests, but I got old Hank here, and old Hank will take up all your luggage. And Hank's
there's two people.
Yeah, Hank's like 105.
Well, I mean, listen, he's still got something going on, Dave. Hey, MOR, what's going on? And thank you, Josh. Yeah, well, I love when Fred first sees it, too. The Gold City Guest Ranch, and there's a vacancy, says Velma. We have a vacancy. Let's go up. But Velma, it's a ghost town. How's there going to be a vacancy in a ghost town? Well, evidently Big Ben's still sitting there. Well, everybody's scared away, Dave.
I don't know.
I guess his Social Security kicked in. I mean, I don't know what's going on.
I have no idea either. Maybe it's because of the gold mine, the whoa, coming out of the gold mine opening.
Whoo! Yeah. So, anyways, Hank, the caretaker, and then he says, yes, nobody comes around anymore because, well, I don't even think he says it like that because he's got a lower voice. He says, Hank's like this. I'm Hank.
Hank's all even, I'm leaving tomorrow.
Oh, I got an itch, Dave.
I don't want to know where.
It's off camera.
All right.
Okay.
That's what that little button is for, where you can stop your...
He's a minor 49. Well, hey, listen, it's on my leg. It's
all right.
Nothing obscene. My God.
Let me tell you, first of all, one of the funny things about this episode, they're waiting in the parlor.
I know. You're so right on.
And then Scooby walks over to the mouse hole, the perpetual mouse hole that's in the baseboard. And there's a mouse trap with cheese, and he grabs the cheese, and then Jerry comes out and yells at him for taking his cheese.
Gotta love the mice just talking back and hollering during these early cartoons. One of the best, though, man, is the I can't remember the episode of Looney Tunes with where The two mice are Ralph Crampton and Ed Norton of the Honeymooners. Such a good Looney Tunes episode. Anyways, yeah, why is the minor 49er there, Dave? Well, in 1849, this minor 49er, he can't rest till he finds the last vein of gold, Dave. That's what I say, the last vein of gold.
Yeah, but I didn't
right
get that.
there.
It's not like he died. It's not like he got murdered. It's not like he got his gold stolen. It was just, he was greedy. He's a greedy ghost.
He's the son of a ghost.
He is.
And he's not even a ghost. They don't even say, okay, so there's a ghost in the first one. This is just the minor 49er. I mean, he's solid. I guess what scared people off is, I guess, the sightings of him, but he's a real man. But his moan, really, they hear the moans coming from the mines.
Yeah, and he's a big guy. Like, this miner's like, so
we'll find out. We'll find out. Because is he really that large, Dave? Spoiler.
Well, he looks like Big Ben with a mustache and a beard, and it's all gray and it's dusty because he's been in the dirt trying to find that last vein of gold.
And please check out my Dino's Duck Soup, my comedy channel, where I've been getting streams up. I think I'll be getting a lot of the rest of the Jack Benny streams up. So hours and hours of that. Trident cinnamon. Okay, Dave. Yes, I always interrupt him and he gets mad. Just storm off set. He goes, I'm not mad. That's him trying to calm himself down. Listen, don't talk to me like one of your students, Dave.
I don't talk to my students. I just send them emails. The way you were today. Let her out. Hold on. You gonna go outside? There you go. Go outside.
I love that Dave can let Bo out just by standing up. Okay, so Dave's house is like a 10 by 10 foot shed from Home Depot, right?
8 by 10.
Okay, with a second story and a basement.
And in fact, if you look closely over here, it says Rubbermaid.
At least it won't rust.
That's very true.
Anyways, Raj says, Dino, soon when you hit 300K subs, will you and Professor Dave be doing a special stream like your Halloween scene? Yeah, listen, there's a lot of things I should be doing. But thank you for posting that, Connie Clary. And I clicked on Dino's wish list. A lot of great toys, a lot of great movies I'd like to have. But thank you, Chris. Yeah. Listen, some of them are pricey, but I don't know what to tell you. Dave, go on.
So back to the episode. Back to the Hall of Justice. One of the things that drives me crazy about this series is
the Wonder Twins say
is that every time that they go upstairs to a hotel, every time they're staying at someone's place, there's a hallway. Guys are on one side, girls are on the other, and of course, Scoob is a dog and he's with the guys, right?
Ooh.
And they're never like door next to door. It's always across a hallway. Like, these places are so vast.
Yeah. Well, their thing is they're going to look around the town for clues. So they start walking around the town. First, they're driving. Oh man, this Main Street, boy, lots of really interesting places. And they get
my favorite quote. I wonder what it's like on a Saturday night.
Parties galore. Yes, thank you, Chris W. They are not toys. They're plastic architecture bricks. Thank you. But yeah, they start entering buildings and looking around, and Velma's like, we can't find any clues. Hey, let's go into this saloon, says Fred. And Shaggy goes, well, Zoinks, let's not. There's no food there. So they go into this saloon, and evidently this is what's going to take us to the mine. Because a lot of, the saloon does. I'm wrong? Well, you know what, Dave? Start talking.
That's why I'm here.
My boots are a walking.
We are basically in the saloon, and they're all, "Hey, bartender, give us 2 sarsaparillas down at this end of the bar." And all you see is 2 ghost hands sliding the coffee mugs down, and they're all like, and it's just dust and cobwebs and everything like that. Then they get freaked out because behind them, the piano starts playing, and Velma comes out. "Hey guys, don't worry, it's just a player piano. I don't know who switched it on though."
Well, and Velma comes up and says, "It's oh, you know what? You're right. Yeah, it's who switched it on. Velma did, I bet." But yeah, you're right. And so then they go off and they go to the hotel, and that's where we.
Good.
Oh man, woo!
You are missing the mirror. The mirror. The first time we see the mirror happen in Scooby-Doo, where all the whole gang's walking in front of a mirror, and then Scooby looks to the left, and it's the minor 49er. And they do the little, trying to, doesn't understand homes in California, Dave. I live in a closet. Yeah. That's what it is, Chris.
Well, Dave, you're in a bigger house, right?
I'm pretty decent, yeah. But I'm in the corner. I mean, that's a wall. That's a wall.
What is it? Is it a 2-bedroom, 4-bedroom? 2, 1?
We'll talk later.
Okay. I'm sorry, Chris. Now that I know you're in a closet, we're gonna have to do something about that. No, I'm sure that's cozy. When I was a kid, I would make my bed we had a big closet, and I would make a bed in there, and that was my place to go on, Dave. Sorry. Okay, so the mirror, minor 49er,
scares Scooby. Scooby goes running, but he gets hooked on one thing that I don't like, which are totem poles of the Indian, and at the very base is a whatchamacallit?
I'm shocked here.
Antlers.
Who gets hooked on antlers? What?
Scooby. Scooby gets hooked on antlers, and he pulls the totem pole behind him until he rushes into the group. It crashes, and the head comes off of the totem pole, and it lands on Scooby.
Oh, yes. And that's where they're going to find the new map. But first, oh my God, Jojo, what the hell? $100 super chat. Thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. My eyes are bulging, and I'm having a panic attack. Thank you. You know, Jojo. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. That is sweet of you. Yeah, my birthday, everybody, coming up. Got a whole month to talk about it, Dave.
Yes,
man, that's awful generous of you. Thank you again, Jojo. But need to see you more in the chat. Okay, Dave. I'm sorry, that was just too much. I had to talk about that. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So they find a map on the inside of the totem pole. On it are some numbers, which like left 14, right 37, and so on. And Shaggy also talks about like he's hoping that he can find a fortune of buried chocolate cheeseburgers.
Oh God! First of all, that map said left 10, right 7, L4, R23. I don't know why I wrote it down, but I did.
Well, just in case you're ever in Gold City.
Yes, I want to make sure I can open up that safe. So
they're all like, "Hey, that sounds like a safe combination. I know where I've seen a safe in the lobby of the Gold City Hotel." And that's where the safe is.
Yes. You are right, Dave. Correct, the mundo.
So they go back to the hotel, and Shaggy goes, "All right,
sorry,
everybody, stand back." He does his little hand exercises and gets ready and starts to open up the safe. And Fred's all like, "Shaggy, I've got the combination. You don't have to pick the safe."
Well, if Scoob goes over there and opens it, it's already open.
Yeah, it's already open. And would you go into that rickety elevator?
No. I
Hell
mean, come on.
no.
In old mining towns, I mean, you're going to go in an elevator, but it's an elevator in there in the safe, and it takes you down to the old mine, and
It does. And
the secret elevator.
I will say one thing. When I was working for the LA County Museum of Art, right next door was our storage facility, which is the old May Company on the corner of Wilshire and Fairfax. It's now the Museum of Academy Awards or whatever.
Yes, MR. I want the Lego tuxedo cat. That's in my wish list. I do want that.
They had a freight elevator that was wooden, that you actually, it was old school metal that you pulled across, wood floors, and you had to physically do that and land on the right floors.
Same type of elevator in the Higbee's or makeup, one of the two. I can't remember, but this was a long time ago in the 80s, and they had it. Okay, go ahead.
So that just reminded me of that old mining elevator where I would always, if I had to be in it, because the floor was sloped, like it was like, from all the use.
Well, yeah, that's dangerous. It's a mine. Oh my God. And it's almost 15 after, Dave. Oh my Lord. Okay, so there's another thing. They're walking through the mine. They need to see. So Shaggy lights up what he thinks is candles, and they're dynamite. And he throws them, and they blows up, and they're fine. Whatever. But what drove me a little nuts here is this is a mining tunnels, right?
It is a mining tunnel.
No. He's what's your sign, Dave?
Gemini, second cusp, Cancer tendencies.
Oh man. Oh boy, that says it all. It's funny though, Pisces, you look it up. That's me, man, to a T. Anyways, thank you. Time out. What? You need to go to the bathroom? What's going on?
Seinfeld reference.
Oh, T-Bone. Okay, anyways, here. What drove me crazy was their mining tunnels. I gotta get rid of my gum. Oh my God. Okay. Oh yeah. The doors through the mining tunnels. Okay, I'll save it. Jojo, $100 super chat. Happy birthday to Dave. Also, no, it's not Dave's birthday.
Not yet.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Love to you all. Right back at you, Jojo. Love you too. Thank you. My God, that was so sweet. And for Dave's birthday, which when's Gemini? What? That's October.
It's June.
June. Okay.
Yeah. Sign of the twins.
Oh, thank you. Oh man. Okay. They're in the mines. Sorry, something that large throws me off. Woo! But yeah, big hugs and kisses. The mines, Dave. The mines. Why are there nice wooden doors on each side?
What drove me crazy was the stupid, like they did a little bit of the theme song. They did a little bit of Scooby singing it. Oh, my God.
Yeah,
It's got to stop.
Yeah, that didn't need to be there. That's for sure. But the doors on each side, this is like a mine. Why are there doors to rooms
I don't know.
each side? And they're checking the doors and stuff. I don't know. It was really weird. But listen, they got to find clues. And Velma finds a wire, right, Dave? Go on. Yeah.
She finds a wire.
She finds a wire in the ground.
I don't know anything about a wire. All I know is Fred falls to the floor. And hello, Overkill with an O.
Overkill with an O. Zoinks!
Fred falls like down into this place that's like it's got flour. And he's covered in flour. He's a ghost.
And he's a voice actor, so he's doing that kind of thing. And I'm like going, what the heck? Yeah, that is sweet of JoJo. Thank you. But yeah. So he falls down there. Go ahead, talk about what you want to get to, because I'm kind of at the point where they find the where they find the tape recorder. Yeah.
Well, I'm about ready when they're on the. Never mind.
Ooh,
It reminded me a little bit. Right.
Ooh. I'm all right.
Okay, good. I can't do this by myself.
Whew.
There is a ride in Las Vegas, and I think it's at the Luxor Hotel. And it's a motion thing where you get on it and it moves, and then the movie shows in front of you.
Yeah.
And one of them is an abandoned mine. It's like, ooh, and it's like you're cruising through this gold mine, and there's part of it where it's like you're up on the edge, and then there's like, oh no, like the track's gone, and you fall for a while. Anyway, that's
we miss Kathy too. Kathy's here.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Kathy. Your message came in right before that JoJo thing. I'm like, holy hell. Good to see you, Kathy. Okay.
They're in a kind of a, what are those called? Mine carts, I guess.
Yeah, just a mining cart, and it's going on the rails.
Shaggy and Scoob in the front one, and they look behind him, and there's the Miner 49er.
Miner 49er.
But thinking swiftly, Scooby reaches over and hooks the two because they're going at two different speeds.
Well, because there's more weight in the other, and one's faster than the other. Anyways, but yeah, no, they catch up, and at the end, I love that they were pretending to be a train. With the lights.
My God, that was fantastic.
So their whole. Go ahead. Yeah.
Scooby
How did they figure out?
Cut out of a front of a train, and at the very top is a lantern that's shooting out light, and Fred is playing on a microphone.
No, Shaggy.
Oh, Shaggy.
Shaggy's doing the voice. Yes, Shaggy's doing the voice of a train
he's doing a train. Boop, boop. And like they're check. And like the 49er miner guy is like, oh no. And he starts running.
A couple things. First of all, Velma saw the wire, which led them to the tape recorder that it had the big speaker that scared the people off with the moans that the Miner 49er was doing. But secondly, how did they know that, hey, we're going to come up with a way to get the Miner 49er? We know he's got to be on the tracks, right? So that was their whole, what are the chances he's on the tracks? Yeah, he just has to step aside. Did you muted yourself, Dave?
No, I didn't.
Oh, why did it goes mute?
No, I was just mouthing the words.
Oh man, you're pretty good at that. No, I think you're. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Better than you've been watching too much Scooby-Doo with the voice of Scooby.
Gotta admit, Shaggy. Listen, I was almost like Rich Little back in the day. In the 80s, I could do all kinds of voices.
Oh boy. And even J.O.B. says you do a good Shaggy. I think he actually does a good Seinfeld.
Yes, I do.
Anyway, no, he was like he's running. Gazelle, use your speed. Get away from the lion.
Okay, so they're coming down in train. Shaggy's going, whoo, whoo, and the Miner 49, he sees the Scoob coming with the paper cutout, and he plows right into this tool shed.
Right.
Okay. And we're coming up to. Also, they found out that it wasn't gold that he was after; it was crude oil because they found it at the tape.
That's kind of important.
Yeah.
So there's no gold, but there's black gold. There's oil.
Black gold, all that is. So so they crash into him, and he falls down, and so they got him. They got the Miner 49er, and who was it, Dave? Go on.
Well, what happens first is that the Miner 49er is like it's at the end of a cliff type of thing, and like the miner's holding on to the edge. They're all, where's Scoob? And Scoob's holding on to his boots, and the boots slide off because there's no feet in them.
No feet.
It's just two sticks.
They're two stilts.
How do you walk with Stilts
Yeah.
and boots.
I don't know. Stilts and boots, and he got around pretty darn good. And thank you, Josh Taylor. I really appreciate that. That is awesome. Yeah, you know what? Me and Dave, we have fun. Sometimes we're serious. Sometimes, most of the time, we're just
Oh, we've never been serious.
Well, we've been Shirley sometimes.
Stop.
But I don't like to be called Shirley. Surely you don't like to be. Anyways, so it is. Who is it, Dave? The reveal.
Hank.
It's Hank. I told you. Dag nabbit. Because I like how his voice comes out. He's scaring the whole town.
Well,
He made the whole town a ghost
how
town.
would you know
And
that?
Hank goes, you caught me. Dag nabbit.
Well, first of all, how does an old guy hold on for so long when he's got a dog holding on to his boots? How does an old man walk in stilts?
With Marmaduke, a big Dalmatian type. I mean, isn't that the type of dog that Shaggy is? I think.
Yes, he's
but
a Great Dane.
Great Dane, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how. Listen, it's a cartoon, Dave. From
Where?
69. I love it. So yeah, I mean that's that's it, man. Dang nabbit.
Well, it's not all of it because
Was there more?
yeah, because Scooby's gonna repurpose the stilts because he's gonna get some apples off of the tree.
Yeah.
This is great.
There's a whole ghost town, and the brightest colors on the whole episode were these bright, juicy red apples.
Like they're watered. Nothing else is watered. You got tumbleweeds, and you have a fruit tree. You have a gosh darn orchard right next to.
The tree could be sitting on like a deposit of water, a whale.
It's like
I mean, a well, not a whale.
Whale.
Yeah, I mean, Moby Dick it's sitting right on top of Moby Dick.
Call me Ishmael.
Yeah. Hey, Ishmael, what's going on? Bartender of the Gold City Saloon. So yeah, I mean, there you go. There you go. That's it. He's got apples, and hey, gang, another one in the books. And Dave's listen. I don't know what Dave's doing. I really don't. People.
Here I got. Where are you going? I've got.
He's a dad. A cat dad.
I've got the cat running in, goes get some food, then he's like looking out like, hey man, there's another cat or something, and tears out of my room again.
He might be having fun with the cat. Has Bo ever brung another cat in the door?
Not another cat. She has brought me a pigeon.
Nice.
She has brought me a rat and 3
rats
mice.
on the property. A rat and 3 mice.
Yeah.
Yeah, California's got a whole lot of rats there, don't they?
We'll talk about that after we go.
We're going to talk about a lot of things after the break. Yeah, okay. So, again, to let everybody know, next week we are going to talk about Twilight Zone. I mean, the X-Files. Why do I keep saying Twilight Zone when I mean to say X-Files? I've done that 3 weeks in a row.
Huh.
I almost said 3 weeks. 3 weeks in a row.
Wow.
I know. There's people say it's the Cleveland accent, but I'm not sure. I just think something's wrong with me. I know I got it formed.
No one can argue with that.
Dyslexia. I'm surprised I can even do a show. Honestly, to tell you the truth, I do love that word "dag nabbit," Chris. I'm going to we're getting shirts, "dag nabbit." I'm going to put it in the store that nobody ever buys merchandise from. See you guys.
Maybe you could be Dag. Then there's N, and then there's Abbott. Dag and Abbott.
Dag nabbit. Okay, so that's the end of this episode. Next week, X-Files, going to be fun. I want to thank everybody. Let's see how many thumbs up we got, Dave, before we leave. We have 79 thumbs up now. Make sure you hit that thumbs up before we go. Thank you very much.
And thank you, JoJo, of course, who just came in, did that, and left. Like no comments else. I
think she's still there.
I hope so.
Thank you, JoJo.
Either that or she's watching something else on TV.
Yeah, it could be. Our voices could be annoying at times. I don't know, but thank you, JoJo, very, very much. Appreciate that more than you know. With that said, Dave. Yeah, love all you guys. Last